Hey class, what's up? Professor Freestyle coming back with it again. You know how I do. That's what's up. Okay, so for today's tutorial, we are going to continue with part 2. Part 1 was how to use a smart gamepad. And pretty thorough tutorial there. It's about 40 minutes. If you're watching on your laptop or your desktop, I put annotations in so it could really help you out. Unfortunately, YouTube does not play the annotations on mobile devices and tablets, so it doesn't seem like it works for any of the phones or iPad or your Android tablet or any of that. But definitely, you probably might want to watch on laptop or desktop. As I was saying, those annotations will really help you guys follow through with the tutorial. I put them all over the last video, so put in a little bit of work there. So with that said, let's go ahead and get popping with this. So this is going to be the how to use a smart gamepad. And the first thing that I would probably, I don't know which order. You can probably do this however you want. Of course, you're gonna need games, right? So that would be your preference. That's up to you on doing what you want to do with that. Okay, so the second option, or not option, I guess, second, second direction, am I trying to say? Next part, let's go with it that way, is connecting and pairing your controller. Give me 1 second, guys, because I got to move. I'm in the sun. I'm doing this outside, and the sun is too bright, so I got to get somewhere in the shade. So give me 1 second. Okay, cool, guys. So, like I said, I would probably say there's many parts. There's no particular part comes in any order. You want to find games, of course, and that should be fairly easy to most of you now. I'm sure by now, using our phones, we've all got acquainted with the app stores. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android smartphone, I'm sure we're all acquainted with how to download apps or games from the from said store. But with that, okay, I have games, so I'm gonna skip that part. I don't want to make this real long like the last one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right into the pairing and connecting of the controller. And what I might do is on my other tutorial, the how to hook up your the G3S with a wired connection, I do show how to pair and connect in that tutorial. So I'll go ahead and include a link in the description to that tutorial, but I'm going to go ahead and do this as well. Now, unfortunately, guys, I couldn't get face cam with the program I'm using. It wanted me to donate, and I probably will. I don't really use any other screen recorders, but at the moment, I just didn't opt for it. I thought it worked. What was weird was when I first got the program and tried it, I could have sworn that the face cam worked, but I guess that's one of the options you got to donate for. So, but I might, eventually in the future. I like this screen recording program. Only problem is though, is I don't know if it gives me full screen, but I'm wondering if that's maybe due to the aspect of some of the games, like that Grudger game. I cannot get that Grudger game in full screen, and the screen recording program even has 1280 by 720, 1920 by 1080, and it comes bordered. So I'm wondering if that's just how the game was made. So for this one, hopefully you can get the full screen, because I have it set for, I was gonna do 1080, but I just did 720. So hopefully you get the 720p definition, I guess you could say, ratio, aspect, widescreen, whatever you want to call it. But okay, so let's get into the what you would probably say is a fairly important part of this. This is, guys, I didn't like this. My what do you call it? My screen went black on me. I think I have my display thing on here, so. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to connect and pair. And like I said, I'll include a link in the description to my other video, the how to connect with a wired connection, which shows how to connect and pair. And like I had mentioned also, unfortunately, I could not get the face cam to work with this, so I can't, show you guys the controller, physically show you the controller and how you do it, but I'll walk you through the steps. I already have my Bluetooth on, if you'll notice in my, what do they call it, your notifications panel, so I don't have to turn that on. But what you would do, you can do your notification drop down, or you can go to your settings. Let's go to your settings, and if you see under my settings there's Bluetooth, we go to Bluetooth, and my Bluetooth is on, but yours will probably be off. And there's a couple of other devices that I've connected to in the past. So now that my Bluetooth is on, what I usually do is I turn the controller on. So I'll hold in the A button and the middle power button, and it don't take long. It's probably maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds till the Android guy flashes. It'll like, okay, so now it's flashing, and what the Android guy is blinking red, flashing, and then I'll go where it says Gamesir. If you'll see right there, Gamesir G3S. I click that, and it should search. Okay, so real quick, see it said Bluetooth keyboard connected. Sorry about that, guys. So it reads the controller as a Bluetooth keyboard / input device, but it is connected. So now if you'll see on the screen, see it moving up and down, that's me moving with the controller. So the controller is now connected, so we are good with that. So that's basically half the battle there, is getting the controller connected, and then after the controller is connected, then you're free. Let's see if I can get a cursor on. Okay, can you guys see the cursor moving right there? So I'm doing that with the controller. So it is connected, but it's all right, we're good. It's different because I have this in landscape view, so the buttons are buttons are moving it kind of differently. Okay, so we'll go ahead and play a game now. So there's tons of games out there. The cool thing about this Gamesir G3S controller is it's there's so many varied options you can do with it. There's a wired connection, like I was saying. There's the USB 2.4 gigahertz wireless. There's a Bluetooth connection. There's just all kinds, of ways to connect. And with that said, it's we are using Bluetooth for this tutorial. My phone don't have on the go, so I can't do the USB 2.4 gigahertz wireless, or I can't do a wired connection, so I gotta opt for the Bluetooth, But what we showed you guys was connecting through Bluetooth, because I'm just imagining most people might just go for that since it's already there in their phone, or their phone might be like mine, and it might not even be able to accept the USB OTG like connection, so you can't even hook up the wireless dongle or the wired connection. So I got a couple games here. Couple games, free games from the Google Play Store, as well as purchased games as well. So we'll go ahead and load up Bomb Squad. I don't know if this is with the Gamesir G3S controller. It does come with a really nice. It's really nice actually. Those guys put a lot of work into it, and they're always updating it. They're really got something going. They got a pretty nice software emulator thing, and I'll go ahead and show you it. It's on this screen right here. It looks like it's the first icon in the first row. Well, you can see where the Chinese writing is on this. That's their Happy Chick emulator. It's really nice. It's got tons of stuff you can get into. I mean, they even have online compatibility working with a lot of games, so you can go to games and co-op with people or battle people. There is a forum built into the app, but it's purely Chinese. I think I've seen sometimes somebody will post something in English, but it's if you ain't decently fluent in Chinese, it's probably hard to basically get around the forum. There's a there's a lot of other features in the app as well. You can test the controller, so if you're not sure if the buttons are working and I gotta make sure. I was just making sure my connection didn't. Every now and then, when you're connected and you're sitting idle, you want to move your controller around so you don't lose your connection. So I just did that so my connection wouldn't disconnect. But yeah, like I was saying, there are just tons of games out there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do Bomb Squad, and that is one. I don't know if that's in the app, the Gamesir Happy Chick emulator app. This is one I actually did purchase off of Google. I did buy the app myself, so it is a I wouldn't say non, because there's a chance it could be in the Happy Chick emulator software, but it is a Google game, so this is outside of the software for the controller. So I'll go ahead and load it up. So we're gonna play some Bomb Squad now. And I'm not gonna play long, but once you get the controller paired, that's pretty much it. I mean, let's see. Yeah, see the controller, like, achievement. See it, detected controller, in control, connected a controller. So once you get the controller paired, that pretty much is it for most of the games. And if you can see, I'm moving around the menus, and I mean, I don't want to take too long. Let's go ahead and I clicked the play there. Okay, it just signed me in. I probably newer version of Bomb Squad is available. Of course, yeah, I know I have to update, and I haven't updated yet, but okay. So we'll just go see. So it's working fine. Like I said, once you pretty much connect and pair your controller to your phone, that's pretty much half the battle. So okay, I'm not. Thing is, I'm not used to playing on my phone. It's such a smaller screen, but okay. So I'm gonna skip the tutorial. So we're there. Look, I'm running around. I'm running. You can see me there throwing a bomb at a guy. So everything's working. Like a lot of these games, they what you can say auto map the controllers. So. Oh, blow myself up, guys. There we go. This is what I like, though, right here. This little punch. So it's running a little, definitely slower than it runs on my shield, so. Those bombs are cool. They stick on them, look. Oh, no, not that one. Box them out. So, everything's working. We're good. So, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this game and get back on. I'm going to end game, get back on my tutorial. So, basically, that's half. No, I don't need to line that. So, basically, that's half the battle, guys, is getting your controller connected and paired. So, I'm outside of that game. So, that was real quick, And you can get that one on Google. I think it's free, but when you buy it, of course, they give you incentives every time you log in and stuff, tickets, and with those tickets you can buy extra maps and just extra levels. So, just quick showing you how it worked with that. So, Bomb Squad, Google Play. It might be in the Happy Chick emulator software. I'm not sure if it is, but we can check. So let's go ahead now and actually, so we did Bomb Squad, Let's go ahead and actually get into the software now. So what I'm going to do is open the emulator software. So here's the emulator software. I got to make sure I'm still recording, guys. I don't know. When my screen went kind of dark because the timeout thing. Okay, well, there's an update with this. So I don't even know if I'm on my Wi-Fi, but I think I am. Okay, so let's go ahead and the network. Okay, let's go ahead and update it. And I'm hoping it'll, because sometimes the connection is slow. Okay, I am recording, so that's good. It looks like we're still recording. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have, well, so there's an update to this. Yeah, like I'm saying, this Gamesir, guys, this controller is dope. I would probably say it's my most versatile. I don't know, Well, yeah, probably with the addition of the wired connection and the 2.4 gigahertz USB wireless connection you can have there. I'm sorry, in addition to the wired connection and the USB 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection, it's versatile. It's a really nice really nice controller, and it works good. Most of the games most of the games I've tried, they they work great with it. I don't really ever have any problems. So we were gonna go ahead and get into this Happy Chick emulator, but unfortunately there was an update. But I'm hoping my connection is good. I'm outside and I'm a little bit away from my workstation. I guess you could say I'm probably at least 100 feet. So these routers say they're supposed to get 300 feet or whatever, but I don't think a lot of them even do. So yeah, we're just waiting. So this is, like I said, the Happy Chick emulator software that that is pretty much, I guess you could say, the software companion to the Gamesir controller. Yeah, there we go. That sounds good. Software companion. But it's really nice package. Like I said, they've got a ton of games. They've got online capabilities. They've got forum. They've even got like a point system. I don't know what the point system is, but I know with the point system you can with the point system, I don't know what you can do with the points, and I don't know how you get them. I think it's when you're well, go to done and see if it actually went back. Okay, with the point system, I think you get them from playing games, and when you get so many, and it might be a certain certain games. I'm not positive, but when you get so many points, you can actually get one of the controllers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no doubt. So when you actually get, now it's not. Oh man, wonder if I should have updated it. But now it doesn't seem like it's open. Crap, like it's gonna open. I got like a black screen now. Great. But yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful with the updates too, because I've did that before and then it same thing. So wow, yeah, I got a black. Okay, agree. Yeah, here we go. Wow, I don't know how that happened, guys. Damn. Okay, maybe it's a new disclaimer they got or something. Wow, why is it blacking me out though? Like the screen, that's weird. Okay, I guess I just press agree. I agree. Disclaimer, agree. Well, I don't know, guys. We're having a little bit of difficulties now. That kind of sucks. I don't know. Okay, well, here we go. Well, things just take time. Sometimes I like it just to be snap, but it ain't always like that. So, okay, here we are. I'm hoping this is still recording. Let me see. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So, this is the Happy Chick emulator software. Like I said, it's the companion to the Gamesir line of controllers. Oh, and I gotta reconnect. I should have known. Yeah, so sometimes when you're sitting idle like that, your controller will go out. So you have to reconnect, which should be no problem. Actually, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I think I am. I'm not even sure if I have to go to the Bluetooth to reconnect or actually just turn it on. I want to go to my Bluetooth and check though. So if I press power again, let's see, right here. Okay, yeah, there we go. You know, you gotta do the whole 9 yards again. You gotta press the button to connect and the power button. Okay, so now we're good. But yeah, but like I was saying earlier, guys, that's the only thing I've known. And it could be something with my phone, I don't know, but Bluetooth devices don't stay connected for long. Like if you're sitting idle, like even that little Bluetooth shutter remote seems like it goes out on me after like 4 or 5 minutes. Same with the controller. So if you're not moving it to, I guess you could say, wake it up, you know, it goes idle. Okay, but we're here now. So we are here at the interface of the Happy Chick emulator. Like I said, that's the Gamesir software companion to the Gamesir line of controllers, and it's laid out pretty nice. You can see your categories on top. Look, it says category, ranking, topics, Android, shop, and then there's other things like in the corner. Like I think the bell, if you see in the top left corner, I've never checked the bell. Okay, that's news. So you know, if you click that, it'll take you to news. So now I'm not sure how. Okay, it has tiers and stuff, and maybe there's no news. Okay, we're good. Okay, so then if you see the next to the bow, I'm pretty sure you can obviously figure out what that is. It's a search panel. It says search game, so that's pretty self-explanatory. So you know, if you wanted to search a game, you'll just click into the panel, and then you should see like, oh wow, okay, this is. Well, I think we click again. Yeah, and then you know, right here is where you would type like, let's just say Mario, you know, for example, Mario, and then press search. And then, you know, there you go, look. So you're taken to all your Mario games, and you're free to, you know, get what you need. Okay, so that's the search panel. Next to the search panel is a little arrow. The down arrow, if you're downloading games, you just click on that. I'll click on that. So you know downloads, as it says. And then if you want to, you know, clear your download list, you'll see the trash can in the top right corner. You'll click that, and then, you know, it'll just tell you. All right, I think like when you have downloads, there will be like a check mark next to them, and then you click it, and then you'll click the trash, and it'll throw the download in the trash. So that's for, okay, let me make sure my controller is still connected. Okay, we are good. So that's for downloads. And then if you'll see in the top right corner, the thing with the controller, now that's kind of cool. That's actually like their, you know, if you don't want to pair like I did at the beginning of the video, how I paired with the Bluetooth settings, if you don't want to pair like that, you can just open the app, and then you can click the controller in the top right corner. So if I click the controller, it opens this right here. Which, if you can see it, it's horizontal, you know. So it says Gamepad settings, and then it says Gamesir G3 HID Connect. It says it's off, but it actually ain't off. If you'll see it's on. See how how I'm moving, and it's turning blue and white. So it's not off, it's actually on. And then, you know, there's other features as well, like if you see test custom gamepad, if you want to buy it, Bluetooth settings. So this is kind of cool. What's funny is I don't understand why it says off, but you don't want to do that. If you paired how I did at the beginning of the video, you don't want to click that off, because if you click that, it'll try to pair it, and I think it'll actually turn it off. So I know I'm on. So okay, like for example, to know you're on too, this is another way. Like if you pair before you actually get into the software, you can go to see it where it says test custom gamepad. You could click that, and here you go. You got a bunch of settings. Game virtual key, check handle button. You know, these are for like all the emulate. I mean, you know, these guys are really getting down. So if we go to check handle button, watch this. So if I move something, see it moving? So look at my left analog joystick moving. So you know we're on. I'm moving that. You know, I'm moving that with the controller. So there's the right one. Then you'll see the directional. I see the direction pad light up, whichever direction. And then even if you press the buttons, look at the select button, the start button, the turbo and clear button don't seem to work, but all the other buttons do. Look. And see even my trigger buttons. Look. See that? See the back ones? So that's cool. So like I was saying, if you pair beforehand like I did through Bluetooth and not through the actual Happy Chick emulator, when you go here to the gamepad settings, it might say you're off, but I knew I was connected. So just to make sure you're connected, you can click. We'll go back here, okay, and then go back to. So you can always remember you can click that controller in the top right to get to your settings, and then you have a few options there. And if you really want to see if you're on, I don't pair through here. I pair through normal, like how I connected the controller at the beginning of the video, because I've tried to pair through here, and a lot of times I just can't connect. It just never works. So I always just pair, I guess you could say, the traditional way, how I did at the beginning of the video. But like I was mentioning too, if you want to make sure you're connected and paired when you're in this gamepad settings screen, you can go to test custom gamepad, and then you come up with these options, and you'll go to check handle button, and then this is where you actually you can see my controls moving, so we're good. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all the buttons work. So, and like I said, the only ones that ain't showing up are the turbo and clear. So those must be. But everything else is working, so we are paired with that. So that's that. It's definitely a good little feature they have built into their app. And yeah, like I'm saying, guys, this is a sweet app. I mean, I actually like it, and it's got a lot. They've been really working on it, so you might not have to, do anything else if you get this controller besides just use their app. I mean, of course, there's probably tons of games that you'll want to play on Google Play that might not be here, but they've definitely put a lot of work in. So that's pretty much the top part. I guess you could say the top blue, we covered the news, the search panel, the downloads area, and the gamepad settings. And I'm pretty sure the one under them, you can see where it says category, ranking, topics, Android, and shop. Those are probably pretty explanatory. So let's just click category. So if we click category, there we go. And then if you see the main tab on top, emulator classification. So then those are like all your emulators you can choose from. There's tons. So if we go to the next one, see next to emulator classification, it has platform classification. So if we click platform, there you go. So these are, like STG, ACT, AVG, SLG, SPG, FPS. So these are just, your categories like first-person shooters, sports games, role-playing games, puzzle games, racing, etc., etc. So you got a ton of stuff there. And it tells you, like, look how many. Okay, I mean, look, you're taken care of here, so you might not even have to venture elsewhere for your gaming needs, because these guys, they're doing it right. Okay, so that is that part there. It's the category part. The ranking part, I've never checked that. Maybe that, let's see, okay. So maybe this ranks like games. Okay, so best game, they got these games ranked. These are, I mean, and that's everybody's opinion is different. So, but that must be the people that, are playing with this app. This must be how it's ranked amongst them. Then you could go to new and see what's new, the newest games, that they uploaded, I guess. So here's, a bunch. And they tell you how big they are. You can see 327.4, 741.1. So, and you can go to hot, and these are, I guess, what are supposed to be the hot games, so that's kind of cool. So that was ranking. Topics, let's click topics. I think topics, oh yeah, here's topics. Like, remember, this is just certain sections, and I don't know if this directs us to the forum or not. I can go and check. So let's see. So let's click VR games. It might go to the actual to the VR games category. So maybe it goes to the game category. So if we go to controller, this should go to all the games that are compatible. It says 205 games. These are all, you could say, controller. I guess what they say for sure compatible controller. It looks like Android games so far. If you see the category 2 where it says like Pac-Man, Puzzler, Android. So there's 205 that I guess maybe these are games they tested that they know for sure work with the controller. So that's not bad. But then here's all your categories like Metal Max, Mystery Game, Final Fantasy, Super Mario. So you got quite a bit there, guys. That's kind of a lot of stuff to mess around with. Okay, so that was topics. And if we go to Android, I think the Android will be, Android games. So here's the category. So this must be the best rated Android games. You know, and you can see all the sizes on the games. So you can go to new. So basically, a lot of this is probably pretty self-explanatory for you guys. I'm pretty sure, you know, with those topics there, you can just imagine what you're gonna get to by clicking them, you know, and you know, stuff like best, new, and hot. Well, you know, those are just, I don't know what they call them, descriptive words, but you know, so I'm sure you can get around there. Let's put it that way. Okay, so let's go to the Android section. So here's the Android section once again. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I think we already went to the Android section. So if you go to shop, this is a different. This is one of the different things too. So if you go to shop, you're actually taken to their like little. I don't know if it directs you to an external web. Yeah, well, kind of like an AliExpress thing. So I guess that's what they're distributing through. So it's telling you, ooh, that's what I need. I need one of those. I'm pretty glad they have this. They're selling this separately now, because mine broke. Although $10, I might just buy another controller. I think I can get one with the controller for like $13, $14. It'd be worth it. I like this controller, but yeah, my mount broke right off the back, so I definitely might want to have to get the separate control mount. So there's the controllers, you know. This is through AliExpress. You're not always just limited to these guys. You can go wherever you want. You know, if you want to use Banggood or GearBest or whatever, but they must just, you know, outlet their stuff through AliExpress. AliExpress is pretty big though. I've never used them. I've used Banggood and stuff, but definitely shouldn't be too hard to you know, place an order with that. So yeah, if you want the controller, and that's the thing too with this app, you know, it's pretty much made to be optimized. Oh, the controller disconnected again. I should have known that. Okay, so let me go to my Bluetooth, and I'll have to turn it on again. Okay, so it just takes a second though, you know. So hopefully it does. Sometimes it'll kind of not connect on me. Come on, controller. Maybe not. Okay, yeah. Unable. Oh, wow. It says unable to connect. Wonder why it gave me that. Okay, now it says connected. See, yeah, sometimes it takes a minute. It's weird. So we are connected. Okay. So back to our app here. So, guys, I'm pretty much just going from, let's say, top to bottom. I'm explaining everything. So, okay, we were at shop. You know, shop led us to the AliExpress section where they're selling the controller. So if you go down, this is just like the front page, you know. So you can see like this category right here. Classic Recruit. I don't know what they mean by that. Stage game. So there's 3 games there. And if you see in the right corner of that, there's more. So if you click that, you'll be led to more of that category. Okay, hot games. So these are the hot games, you know. That was also one of the categories we had looked at. Okay, so there's probably quite a bit of hot games. So I'm scrolling down the controller too, you know. The controller is connected, so I'm scrolling down with that. So those are hot games there. Alright, that's cool. So definitely quite a bit. And let's see, it looks like we're getting to the bottom. Okay, we're at all the way at the bottom. We can't go any more down, but we can go up. Okay, so hot games. And that's okay. Well, I kind of went through these fast, so let's start again from the top. Happy Chick recommended popular games. So those are recommended games, and as you can see, there's more. There is a more option in the right corner. So if you click on that, you'll be led to more recommended games. You know, the next category, it looks like the latest uploading. So these must be the newest games. So if you click the more in the right top corner again, you'll be led to more. So there's Android mobile games, so native classes. So, you know, you got categories on this front page as well. Blood fighting, so these are definitely fighting games, you know. Double Q Might, King of Fighters, so there we go. Classic Recruit stage game, so definitely got a lot there to explore. And Now, I'm not sure what this little thing in the right corner is. If you see this like red circle thing with the hands, I'm kind of curious, so I'm gonna click it and see what it oh, it says try games. Okay, so maybe this must be some kind of a, maybe this is where you can get points. I'm not sure. And here's what I was saying too about the forum. Or not necessarily the forum, but you know, this is like, yeah, pretty much all Chinese. I wouldn't understand this. I'm not too, I'm not fluid really at all. So unless you can read all that, it's pretty hard to navigate some areas of this app. But it seems like the most, what you would probably say, important aspects of it, they have in English, so that's good, so you can understand it if you're English speaking. So we pretty much did from the top and through the menu. Now let's start at the bottom. So if you see the magnifying glass, that is obviously where you would search. So you can click that magnifying glass and let's see. Okay, it's not doing anything for me, which is weird. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe that's maybe because the search panel is already open on the top, it's not doing anything. So we'll go to the next one. So if you see the two swords where it says online, now that's cool. That one is basically the games that you that one's basically the games that you have in here that are online. So if I click it, I think I've got a few, and okay, yeah, let's see. Well, these ain't necessarily the ones I have, but these are games like, for example, King of Fighters 97, 0 person. So there's 0 people that are playing that game online now. But if you look at Monster Hunter Portable 3, there's 11 people. And Monster Hunter Portable 2, there's 2. So these games you can download and actually they have online, capabilities. Like, see how it says network play and then battle. So these are battle games. I imagine you could fight against each other. So there's our list right there. King of Fighters 98, Marvel vs. Capcom, King of Fighters 2003, Third Strike, Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2. So there's, there's quite a bit here. Okay. And it'll tell you like play, battle. If you see battle is the one that's selected. So if we go down, then there's local play. So I think these are games you could play with like, like if you have 2 controllers or something, local play. So in the local play, you can either battle against somebody or cooperation. Like, maybe if they have Metal Slug, you can play a 2-player. I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see. Okay, Street Fighter 2, Marvel Superheroes. Okay, well, I don't see it. Double Dragon, King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, Super Gem Fighter. Okay. No Metal Slug. Alright, wait, let's see. Let's go back to the top. So go to network play. Let's go to co-op. Okay, so cooperation changes the list now. So if you notice, I went to cooperation and it's a different set of games. Knights of Valor 2, Ninja Baseball, Batman, Watch, Metal Slug. Look, 0 people, but these are games where you can probably actually, download online. I can show you how it works. It takes you to a room. I'm not gonna get any connection because I'm way far from my so I doubt I'll get a game, but you can, get into one of these games and actually go to a room and get online, and if there's somebody, else that's looking to play, you can play them or they can play you, so that's kind of cool. So, there's definitely quite a bit here. Here's your local play section, so it's the same thing. So if we go to cooperation, look, Mario World, Mario Brothers, and these are just local, as if you can, you could play like with your buddies without being online. Like if you have 2 Gamesir controllers, then you could have somebody, play with you. So that's pretty cool. So definitely, okay, let's see. I'm using the controller just to make sure it don't, just to make sure the controller don't go out on me. So now we go to cooperation and the list changes. See Contra, Battle City, Mario, Metal Slug. So that definitely they've put quite a bit of work into this. It's cool, man. It makes you just being able to get the controller and go. But I mean, like I said, you're not limited to this app too. You can also find games on the Google Play Store that will be compatible with any controller, any Bluetooth type of controller. So you're good there. So, but this is just definitely probably a way to, have games that are pretty much maybe been tested to work. So we'll go to the next category. If you see play, so if I click play, which looks like the little chicken or Pokemon egg or whatever it is, these are games I have. I have quite a bit, little games. I don't like a lot that take a lot of space because I don't really have a lot of space. So I kind of have mine a bunch of. But that's the cool thing about this app too. There's tons of games that ain't really huge. I mean, you got 1 megabyte, 2 megabyte, 3 megabyte games. So if you're definitely looking to play some, fun, slightly older games that ain't gonna take a lot of room, this app has it. So like, look at my section here. So we got quite a bit of games here. I just picked a bunch of, little games, and I've pretty much filled up, So there's definitely quite a bit there. So that's cool. So and it's pretty self-explanatory probably how this works. Let's go with the game you guys see me play. Let's go to the Grudger. So if you can, and what's cool about some of these games too is I've noticed not all of them, but some of them they'll be on my which I guess you can call this my desktop screen on your phone, your home screen. There we go. They'll be on your home screens, and you don't even have to actually open this app, the Happy Chick app, to play them. Like when I do Grudger, which I have a couple videos of, I just open it itself. I don't go through here, but let's just, for an example, I'll just show you how these work within the app. I'm pretty sure you could tell. So if you can see the play where it says play on the right side there, so and I've got quite a bit. So I just went off one day, but they're little games. I mean, they're not even probably a gigabyte or two, all these games. At the most, probably maybe a gigabyte and a half. They're just tons of littler games, So like, let's just click Chrono. Okay, so we'll click play. See, this game Chrono, it's an Android game, blah, blah, blah. So, for example, I'll just go ahead and click play, the orange play. So then it will open up its screen, and we're in the game. We're in game. So touch to start, but I'm just going to press A on my controller. So if you press A on your... Well, guys, funny thing is as soon as I got in the game, looks like my dang controller went out on me, which is oh, that sucks. And I'm trying to show you guys a controller game here. So let me see. I have to go back to this. Yeah, that's the only thing. Is this controller going out. That's one thing I don't like. So it should connect pretty quick though. Okay, so it says it was connected. Or it just connected. Let me make sure. Oh, wow, guys. You know what? I think my battery went dead. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, in a way. Or wait, let's see. Well, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to have to. Well, that's a bummer. I was getting into it. And then we have this problem. Okay, great. Or either my battery went out on me or the controller froze. Because what's weird is it says it's connected. Now it says it's yeah, I think the controller froze. Dang it, guys. But I'm going to have to take a quick break to unfreeze this controller. All I got to do is get a paper clip, so give me a little bit. I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave this on because I don't know how to pause it and continue, and so I'll be right back. Damn. Hi, Stunny. This damn controller. Okay, let's do this. Alright. Alright, guys. So, hopefully we're back in business. I had to get a paper clip. Well, I'm getting upset here. Keeps telling me my controller is connected, but it's not working. And now, I'm not even seeing any flashing lights. What a trip. Well, we have technical difficulty here. This definitely ain't cool. Okay. Alright, now we're there. We're good. Wow. Yeah, so sometimes, gotta fiddle with these things, but I finally got it. So we'll go back to Chrono, and we'll see if we can get him to work. Alright, so here we go, guys. We are in the game. And this is one of them games, too. Like, when you use the Gamesir app, it seems like most of these games auto-map to the controller. So, I didn't even have to go and set the options, and, my directional things working. I could press the A button to jump. I could press up to jump. So, the controller seems, fully mapped. And this was one of the games within the software. I'll go ahead and play it again just to, get a little bit more into it. So this was one of the games that's in the Happy Chick emulator software that seems to be the Gamesir, how'd you put it? Gee, this game's hard. That seems to be oh, well, now I lost controller connection. So, it was short-lived. I'm wondering if the battery in this controller ain't going out. I'm thinking it is. Because I didn't really like how I lost connection so fast. That's rather odd. The battery might be going out in this controller. Ooh, I probably should have made sure it was charged beforehand. But what's weird is it should be. I haven't used it much, Okay, so it's working now, but I'm wondering if there's any battery problem with it, Oh, there is. Yeah, the lights are flashing like like the battery's about to go dead. Okay, so pretty much I'm gonna have to call it because I think the controller is pretty much going dead, guys. But there's not much to it. Basically, once you pair it, these games pretty much, well, within the Happy Chick emulator software, they auto map to the controller. So like I can try this Chrono again, but I don't want to kind of look like a goon playing and the controller die out on me. I don't know why it would do that. Yeah, it died out, guys. Lights totally went out, so I can't even play it. So that's bummer. We have a dead battery in the controller. Well, that's that. But I'll just go ahead and probably end it, or maybe I'll continue, on another point when I charge the controller up. But that's pretty much it. Like I was saying, the main part is pairing. Once you pair and connect, there's a lot of games out there that'll just read their controller compatible. So a lot of them you don't even have to map the controller in. You could just download them and go. And that's tons of games from the Google Play Store. And with this Happy Chick emulator software, you're set. They have 205 controller. If you go to one of the sections, there's a controller section, and that's 205 controller compatible games. And I wouldn't doubt it if a lot of the other games are controller compatible too. You might just have to try them, and see if you can map your the buttons in the game to your controller controls or whatnot. But that's pretty much what I would probably say is the main integral part is once you can actually connect your controller and pair it with your phone, it's pretty easy from there on. Like I said, there's tons of games that are already out the box Bluetooth HID compatible, so they should work without you even mapping them. And then the ones that aren't, but are controller compatible, you can map the controls to your liking. So there's a lot to do out there. And then one other thing I'm going to show, is you can go ahead and go to Google Play Store. That's where we can find a ton of games too. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this what do you call it? The Happy Chick emulator. And I didn't download this myself because really what I would say is if you want, if you're looking for controller compatible games, let's see, what did I type the other day? I think it was like Android controller compatible games or something. Okay. Well, the thing that's going on now, let's see. All right. Oh, I can't spell, guys. It's so hard for me to do this on a phone, and I don't even got big ass hands. Okay, so if you go to controller, oh well, let's see how my connection's gonna work. I might as well turn the Bluetooth off since the controller died out on me. So if you go to somewhere like controller compatible games, right here, see this? There's this website, and it says the complete list. So it's telling you to complete list. I doubt it's a complete list, but probably a pretty thorough list. It says the complete list, Android Gamepad games, and it says these games can all be played with a gamepad controller on your Android device. The list is hand curated and probably always updated. So you can click that, and you'll be taken to their site. So this is pretty cool. So if you're looking for games, if you don't necessarily want to use the Gamesir, the Happy Chick software, that's pretty much the software companion to the Gamesir controller. If you don't want to use that, you can come here to the Android GamepadGames.com site, and they have a list of games, and it says these games can all be played with the gamepad controller on your Android device. The list is hand curated and always kept up to date and accurate. If you know of a game which should be on this list, please visit the Submit a Game link. So you can definitely start off here and find games that should work with your Gamesir GS, your Gamesir controller. It can be either any of the Gamesir models. They should work because they're, I'm thinking Bluetooth compatible. So if like I said, if you don't want to use the Happy Chick emulator software, if you don't feel comfortable using, because it's a Chinese, app, you can just go ahead and come here and look at this site and go fetch these games yourself on Google Play. They also have, if you don't want to always look at the site, it says you can download the app from Google Play. So I imagine it will download an app for you, and then maybe the app will have like all these games in it, and then when you want to download them, I imagine you click on a link probably within the app, and then it should take you to probably the Google Play Store to download whichever game you want. So this is a pretty thorough list here. I've looked at it, and there's tons and tons, and it seems like, wow, there really is a lot of controller compatible games out there. So there's another option too to get more games for your smart gamepad. You're not just necessarily limited to the softwares that come with some of the controllers, which Gamesir seems to be one of the ones I know of. I think this company Nibiru might even have their own too. I'm not sure though. I haven't even opened my Nibiru controller actually. It's still in the box. I just did a review of it, and not like a review, but like pretty much just I guess you say a look at it. But yeah, I haven't even opened it. But like I was saying, I think Nibiru has their own like app store to go with their controller. So it's probably kind of like the Gamesir, where it's just games that are tested to work with the controller, and maybe made to be a little bit of an app. They probably have like a sub forum in it and just other certain things. But yeah, you're not just limited to the Gamesir software. I'm sorry, the Happy Chick emulator software. You got Google Play at your fingertips. You got this website where you can just go and search for games here. You can download this app. Like I imagine the app is just pretty much probably this list contained in an app on your phone, and then when there's a certain game you want. I don't know if you can just click maybe the game within the app and it'll download it directly. It probably has to direct you to Google Play to do that. So, that's that. But yeah, there's tons of things to do with these controllers, and a lot of these smart gamepads, they're smart because you can use them for other things as well. Like I know with this controller, you can use it to navigate like the Nvidia Shield, just like the Shield controller. You can navigate in Kodi with it, and just through all your apps on your home screen and your games. I can go to Netflix and scroll through Netflix and that stuff with it. I can go to YouTube and use it on YouTube, and the other apps, the GeForce Now, and just all the games I've downloaded. So you can use it other than just for actual just game playing. If you're like Netflix, if you don't have a controller for like a remote. Let's say you're watching Netflix on your phone or your tablet or something, and you don't have a remote, and you don't want to use your stylus as a touchscreen or your hands. You can use the controller. The controller can act as a remote, pretty much. So that's kind of cool. But with that said, I'm gonna try to wrap it up. I don't want to make this too long. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and include annotations in this video like I did with the last one, just to help you guys out. I'll emphasize certain points, here and there. I mean, it'll take me a few hours to do all that, but it'll definitely, for those that can view this on a laptop or desktop, it will definitely help you out. Unfortunately, which sucks on YouTube and Google's part, is the annotations, they don't, I don't know if it's them or if it's just the way the software works, but they don't show up on mobile devices. Like I mentioned, you can't see it on your iPad or your tablet or your phones. It's only on it said embedded players, so maybe like foreign players or something, but of course, that's embedded players, and just probably your desktop, your operating systems like OS X, Windows, Linux, you might be able to see annotations, on Google Chrome desktop version, but I don't think for mobile platforms the annotations are showing up. So if you want to get the best out of these last two tutorials on this on the smart gamepad and just how to use it and what it is, I'd probably definitely suggest watching these videos on your desktop or your laptop, because then you will see the annotations, which are basically little notes, pop up throughout the whole video at certain points to emphasize stuff. So it could definitely help you grasp this technology a lot better. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We pretty much covered probably the main part of connecting and pairing. I showed you guys a little bit of the Happy Chick emulator software. We went through that. Now we looked at the Android gamepad games, which this is just a big list. It just goes down and down, and then see if you go, you're on the first page and go to next and click the second page, and and all these games have a description, whatever, tells about the game. So we went through this. We went through the Happy Chick emulator software. We did the connect and pair. So that's pretty much gonna wrap up the second part of this tutorial. The first part just kind of introduces you into these controllers and what they are, what they do, that and that. And this was pretty much how to use it, which, like I said, I'm gonna probably do annotations in this video, so definitely would probably do good to watch it on your laptop and your desktop, because the annotations will emphasize certain points, which could help, like I said, which can help you, with this technology a little more. So to recap, what do? We connected and paired. We went through the Happy Chick software, and we came to the Android Gamepad Games website, which they also have an app as well, which is a list of games that should work with your controller. And like I said, I talked about, you can use the controller outside of gaming if you have Kodi or Netflix or YouTube. Once you get your controller connected and paired, you can use it to navigate in those apps. I mean, I would say the performance is going to vary depending on device, but on my Shield, it works great. When I try it on my apps on the Shield, it works just like the NVIDIA Shield controller. As on my phone, it's a little different. Like I notice sometimes if you're doing things in YouTube, like some things might not work, or it's just a little different. But that's on my phone. Like I was saying, the Gamesir works great on the Shield. It works just as good as the Shield TV controller. Like in YouTube and all that. I mean, minus the voice search. You can't do that on the Gamesir controller. But it's definitely a pretty well-made, versatile controller. So I'm gonna wrap it up. This was part 2 of our Gamepad series. The first part was how to use a smart gamepad, and this is I'm sorry. The first part was what is a smart gamepad, and this is gonna be pretty much how to use a smart gamepad. I don't know if I'm gonna do a third video in this series. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But oh yeah, and we also showed. I showed a quick gameplay. I loaded up Bomb Squad, which you can get in the Google Play. I don't know if the Happy Chick emulator software has Bomb Squad. They might, but that is a Google Play game that I purchased, so I guess you can say I got it outside of the Happy Chick emulator software, and it worked fine with my controller. Too bad I couldn't show you guys a little bit more gameplay. My controller died on me. It's dead. That's why it was going out like that. I thought it was the Bluetooth, but it actually wasn't the Bluetooth. It's the controller itself. The battery died out, so couldn't get any longer gameplay footage. But I just basically really wanted to show you the main parts of connecting and pairing, going through the Happy Chick emulator software, getting here on the Android gamepad games, and just letting you guys know how this stuff works. And I'm gonna definitely put annotations in this video, so that will help you guys, go along with it, because it's quite long, and there's going to be quite, a bit of annotations, and that's going to take me a little while to do, because, I got to place them at the right points at the right time, just to emphasize stuff. But I'll definitely get on that for you guys. But I'm going to wrap it up. I think I covered quite a bit here, and the annotations will also help you guys with that more. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We'll close up shop, and I don't know if there's going to be a third video. There might not. I might have covered pretty much everything I needed to in these 2 videos. I couldn't get more gameplay because the controller died out on me, but if like I'm saying, once you get it, just connect and pair, and that's really it. There's not much more to that. And their app with the controller is very well, it's very well developed. So you might get the app and like it. You might be like, wow, there's tons of games here, and just knowing the fact that most of them are probably being tested to work with the controller, you're good to go. Either avenue you go with this controller, you're good with it. And it's you can use it on anything. You got the USB dongle for USB wireless connection, you got the wired connection, you got Bluetooth, so you're set. But I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I think I covered quite a bit. I'll go ahead and include annotations throughout the whole video. That part's a little hard, because it's just timing, but it's fun. I want to make these decent for you guys. And if you haven't watched my other video, if you're pretty new to this stuff, I would I'm making these to go in order, so I'd definitely say watch that one, because I have a lot of annotations. It's a 40-minute video, so I have a lot in there for you guys to absorb and just learn and read, and it'll definitely help you know the basics of these. And then when you're ready for the next step, you can watch this video and you'll be good to go. But I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll keep more coming. And with that said, I'm out. Let's take a good one. So take a good one. Have a good one. Peace.